Good to see you. And yeah, that's what it's sounding like too, right? It sounds like that. What's up, my friend? Isabel, love your energy. Remind me of my son's energy. You and him, so humble. I love it. Keep doing what you do, sweetie. Thank you. I appreciate you, Isabel. Appreciate you. All right, let's keep going. We're here for justice for Madeline Soto.
The police kicked everybody out of the townhouse and quarantined it, roped it off. They had no money. They had no place to go. He didn't want to go to the in-laws' house, of course, or to her mother's house. They got along like oil and water. But
thank you.
It was, Chris went there to get them into a hotel and to be there as emotional support for them for a missing child, not for anything else.
Not for an escape route or to hide them.
Nope.
You knew that Madeline was missing. You didn't know why. And you thought, I can give them a place to stay.
Yeah. And then, I wanted some quality time with them. Again, I just kicked myself for not seeing that TV interview because my conversation would have been
it was after you couldn't have seen it.
I know that, but the interview took place before I got up there. That's the thing, but I didn't find out about it till Friday, and it happened on Tuesday. But my conversation with him would have been very confrontational, and I wouldn't have.
So this was right at 6 months ago, guys. And if you look at the interviews, they were in July. Right? Some of them were June, July. So you go August, September, October, November, December, March. We're right at that time frame. So when we come in at the very beginning, I wonder if when he says, I haven't talked to him in 3 weeks, that's what is going on. That's that time between the time they last talk. Do you remember all the phone calls and the date? So let me look this up. This was literally, I'll look it up while you're listening. This was 6 months ago. And then I can give you the date of the last phone calls. He said he hadn't heard in months. All right. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. I appreciate you. Much love to you. Much better than not getting the love and getting yelled at, right? I'm sure he wasn't allowed over there. Didn't want to go. They didn't want him there. All right. Let me look that up for you guys. Let's play this while I look up the last phone call and this.
I've been satisfied until I got the truth from him. When I questioned him as best as I could, now that he was in incarceration, obviously he couldn't give me the answers. The best he could come up with is that I wasn't able to think. Well, he was thinking a lot of other things and taking a lot of actions and doing a lot of things that obviously he was thinking. But again, that would be an appropriate response from Stefan because again, keep telling the lie. The amount of time that I had from 2:15 Wednesday morning until 4 p.m., I spent a total of 35 minutes with them, and it was over 3 different occasions. First of all, all
right, guys. So let me just tell you quickly, the last phone calls that we're hearing, all of us, are June 16th. They go from June 16th all day and the 15th, and then June 7th, June 2nd. It goes backwards, June 1st. May 26th is the first jail call, and the last one ends on June 16th, 2024. We're July, August, September, October, November, December. We're in January, February, March. Today is April Fools. 4 months. All right. 4 months. And I'm glad you got that, my man. I told you I was jealous of that box, the Foxy box. Too bad I don't have hair. We'd be matching beanie buddies. All right. The calls sound so sad. DS isn't there. Seem very detached from Stefan. So yeah, those were in June, May, and June. All right, guys. So this is 4 months after that. Let's keep going.
That he wasn't at the hotel that morning, and then to learn later that he had left that hotel, went to St. Cloud, went to Northport, and came back, and then obviously so exhausted he passed out in bed. Didn't see him again until 3 o'clock. And again, no time for conversation because now we're down in the lobby of the hotel and he's now being escorted to supposedly
He
a
did.
press conference, which there was a press conference, but he was immediately taken to the rear of the sheriff's department and put in the detention room, and later that evening arrested. Never had a chance to have a conversation with him.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was some issue about one YouTuber who called out Chris as a liar because he said he saw a picture
Oh,
on
well,
the
Damn.
phone.
yeah, much later, I mean, I'm having a conversation again, thinking I'm having a private conversation with the deputies back in July. And, you know, Jen that evening had provided some very graphic detail of the image. She told me in her story was that there was a group of photos that they had
Yes.
downloaded off of Stefan's phone. They wanted to show these images, this package of images to Jennifer. She said that she couldn't see them, but agreed to look at one. Then she shared with me in graphic detail what that image was. 5 months later, I'm thinking throughout that time that she had the opportunity to maybe grab a photo of that, and because once you describe that to me, I can't get it out of my mind. It becomes ingrained and printed, and I'm thinking that there's an image in my mind that I must have seen a photo, and instead of asking a question, I made a comment to the police, and then one of these YouTubers accused me of lying and making this stuff up, and it was really my bad. I apologize. I thought it was an image I saw when in fact it was a graphical image in my mind, but I thought I'd seen a photo.
Thank you. Yes.
So I apologize for that. But again, you're dealing with this stuff 7-8 months ago. There's a lot of stuff going on that evening, especially, you know, trying to gauge Jennifer's demeanor after learning that her daughter had been SA'd. If it was me, I'd be beating the crap out of somebody, whether I physically could or could not. And she was totally composed and
welcome, Kathleen. Glad you caught alive as well. And you guys were on here so we can hear the other side. I don't know if I'm going to listen to 2 hours. We have 473 people here. I'm doing this because we want justice for Maddie and we want to see all sides. Do me a favor though.